Hello, my name is Donna Page, and this is about the Gemini New Moon, which is either June 4th or June 5th, depending on where on Earth you live. This is a very interesting new moon, and you may feel pulled in several different directions for various reasons. You may already know that there is a grand mutable cross. So what is this? It is when we have 4 or more planets at odds with each other, crossing each other. So we have the new moon at 14 degrees of Gemini, and it's connected to Venus, very strong about having what you want, having what you love, bringing like lusciousness into your life. And the pole is that it's opposite Saturn, which is about being realistic about things. And Saturn and Neptune, 12 to 12, are at this exact square, which is squaring that new moon. So, and opposite, Neptune is opposite Jupiter. So what does all of this mean? In simple terms, it means being pulled from every corner. Just imagine, one person pulling you from one arm and a kid pulling you on another arm and one person pulling your leg. So you're being pulled in a lot of different directions because there's this crossroads of I want what I want, right? Venus. I want the love that I want. I want the life that I want. With Jupiter, and that's expanding everything. It's saying do not limit yourself. Think of all these new ideas. And Gemini is about all these concepts, all these new ideas. I could do this, I could do that. Well, what if I do this? The problem with Gemini can be so many ideas. You don't do anything. Therefore, this time frame, you may feel a little bit scattered. Take a deep breath. Remember, Gemini's air, so it's about breathing. Take a deep breath. Now, square Neptune, it's also about the dream, what's ideal. It may be unrealistic. Jupiter says, hey, Jupiter and Neptune says, who says it's supposed to be unrealistic? Who's limiting your dreams? Don't let the world limit your dreams. But Saturn over here is saying, but can you really do this? Is it really realistic? Now, part of this energy, this Neptune-Saturn, can be bluesy if you are focusing on the past disappointments or something that happened where you feel that it wasn't supposed to happen or shouldn't have supposed to happen. And there's a regret about that or just a loss over that. So that is, and the realization sometimes of some of the visions that you had for your future, an imagination in your future. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Think of a relationship that you think will go on for years and years, and if it doesn't, you are dealing with what could have been but wasn't. So that is part of this energy. Yet it's not the whole part. It's not about dwelling on that. It's about looking at the future that can be. Now, one thing that is not focused on a lot is or very rarely by astrologers, is that there's something that's called planetary nodes. You know about the lunar nodes. This is the north node, that's the south node. But every planet has its own node. And Venus, the moon, and the sun, this new moon with Venus, is vibrating on the node of Uranus, which is unpredictability, change, and excitement. So things can go in a way this month, this cycle, Gemini New Moon cycle, that are unexpected. But it is about breaking out of your shell and doing something different. Now, we have Eris conjunct Uranus. And these two together, you can see this in a global world, like the world energy is shaking things up. Eris is that concept of being really mad that one has been left out of something. ostracized in some way, diminished in some way, not mattered in some way. And that Uranian energy is like breaking it up and saying, hey, no, no, no more. And so you can find things popping up in the news around that. Another similar energy, which will come more into play as the month goes on, is Mars opposite Sedna, which is another concept. It's symbolic of feeling conned in life. If I do this, then that's going to happen. And Mars, the warrior planet, being angry about it. So there's this rumbling of anger, vibration of anger, that is in and out in different segments on the planet and different parts of society that you may be seeing or you may be experiencing. And yet the larger concept is that sense of breaking free from boundaries to be able to manifest a future, letting go of the past, disappointments, not going into denial, but saying, okay, what now? What next? Where do I go next? And Pluto is what's called in conjunct this new moon. And so what this means is that there will be a necessity to make some adjustments, because this in conjunct means adjusting to things. To what? Pluto? And that is about your own empowerment. Okay? It also is about things that are outside of our control, right? We aren't so powerful we get to control the whole world. But and certain circumstances, the weather, it's just circumstances in life. And so it's not about resisting it, it's acknowledging that, but it's making some adjustments to circumstances that may be what they are, but ultimately is through this depth of empowering yourself. Where's the empowerment come from? We go back to Gemini, which is in the mind, your ideas and your thoughts. Have a powerful, beautiful, manifesting new moon. And remember, the manifestation energy of this new moon, the specific cycle is of the new moon phase is 2.5 days from the time of the new moon, wherever it is on your planet, part of wherever you are living on the planet, 2.5 days from there. But what you set into motion around the Gemini influence will continue to evolve throughout the year until the next Gemini new moon in 2017. So make use of this powerful time, this magical, powerful time to manifest, to focus your sense, get in that spiritual place of peace, and put forth your light for your life and for the protection of those around you and the world. Thank you very much. My name is Donna Page. My website's Loving Light Astrologer. And have a great time this month.